I'm a pioneer. Catch me on Sports Center.
One reflection, one team, one goal, one dream. We taking it to another level. Team hitting harder than heavy metal. Came here for respect, ain't gon' never settle. Pioneer League, there ain't nothing better. Light it up, 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 light it up.
Turn up, turn up, turn up.
We set the tone.
Yeah.
Team deeper than the baritone. Like we split the group up, how we breaking bone. Better man up or get carried home. Then we carry on with the program. If my brother's going, then I'm going, fam. Don't make promises, I want the promised land. Couldn't pass you the torch, you might burn a hand. Gotta earn it, fam. I ain't come to be friendly, demand respect. Ain't gon' give it up easy off with your head. I deserve everything I'm about to get. Leave it all on the field, don't have nothing left. Think the boy is a bluff, put me to the test. That's on God, I'm official, don't need a ref. Get your weight up, little homie, you need some reps. Meet you up on the 50, you know the rest. One reflection, one team, one goal, one dream. We taking it to another level. Team hitting harder than heavy metal. Came here for respect, ain't gon' never settle. Pioneer League, there ain't nothing better. Light it up, 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 light it up.
Yeah. Just catch us on PFL Sports Center, man. Y'all know where we at, man. You already know how we do this. Every week, all week long. Y'all know where we at. We don't talk much. We about that action, boss. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? David Patterson here, Pioneer Football League Sports Center. Another awesome episode to start off a new year. 2022 is now officially upon us. This is our first show for the 2022 season, and we actually have some action. So as 2020 and 2021 definitely was underwhelming, we're going to make sure that 2022 covers what we lacked for the last 2 years. So let's get right into it, shall we? We have New York Patriots football starting off with OTAs, a lot of promotional stuff, new home field, new look, uniforms, the whole bit. Let's check out some of the stuff that they've been doing.
Okay, now.
Okay, so we're rolling, right? So, New York Patriots, we are here. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who? I got my friend, my foosball friend is holding the camera, but we'll get to her later. We are here for a 7th season. OTAs has started up. As we look over here to the side. First day.
I don't listen.
Really, first hour. So, yeah, you didn't see the small print in your contract. Don't worry about it.
I didn't sign one.
Your signature has changed. Don't worry about it. I'll let you know what your signature looks like later. So, as you can see, the conversation is a lot different. See, the left. Don't. I could definitely write with my left. So, Coach Patterson is no longer Coach Patterson. Now, this is the funnest part of this thing. Now I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, the front office end of it, and this is where the fun begins. So, what do we look like? We have a lot of potential. Do we have the whole roster here? We don't. So now, like as a coach, like when I was a coach, I'd have to sit there and go, oh, well, we're looking really good, and say all like the politically correct stuff or whatever. Now I'm going to give you analyst Patterson, full-fledged. We're going to talk about exactly what it looks like. It looks decent. We definitely are missing pieces, but again, for the first hour, you can't really complain. As far as semi-pro football goes, which you never really want to be the measuring stick, but as far as semi-pro football goes, we're looking in pretty good shape for day one. The plan is we're trying to build from here and get at least 50 guys in here where we're going to have to do some type of platooning system to make sure that we're distanced properly or what have you. So a lot of new faces, that have a little bit of resume behind them, which we will definitely get to. Right now, officially, we have 30 guys on roster. So that's the 30 that we're focused on for right now. Moreover, having a lot of fun. IFA is now a much harder road than it has been in years past. Reason being is now you have to get through 9 other teams, so it's 10 teams total. So you got to get through 9 other teams to get the championship. The good news is we've been playing a lot closer to home. So in the last bit, you saw new home field, really cool accommodations over at SUNY Maritime. We opened up the day before Easter, so everybody gets a chance to enjoy a first win at the new stadium, and then the next day, Easter Sunday, get a big meal and have some family time or what have you. Not many people have work on the Monday after Easter, so that should be cool. Working on some other big things. We have a game in Maine, Maine. So you might actually see the elusive Moose. I'm calling it right now, 2022.
It's not gonna happen.
The year of the Moose. I'm getting the Moose this year.
It's not gonna happen, y'all, but go ahead.
We're gonna be in Augusta, Maine. In fact, I'm actually we're doing hotel for the night just so I can find a Moose.
Quarterbacks. Let's go, sprint out. Let's get those linebackers win already? Okay. Receivers, running backs, cornerbacks. Doing the same thing. That's our.
Let's go. Here we go.
How's it going, guys?
How's it looking, Coach?
Oh, they're looking really good so far, trying to get them back into shape. A lot of guys had a long off season. So just working them, getting this cardio back in. But promising turnout for the first day.
Nice. Okay. And with the players that you have, are you satisfied with what you got? What do you need? What was it that you're looking to accomplish in this first set of OTAs?
Definitely want to get some more guys in. We have guys for every position here so far. Definitely want to get some depth in some of these roster spots. So definitely want to get a few more guys in, work on these guys. A lot of these guys, like I said before, had a long off season, so get them back into fighting shape.
Y'all decided and y'all do it. Because here's the thing. You said you was doing it. You said you was doing it. That whole side did it. This whole side didn't. That's not cohesiveness. That's not a team. And y'all can keep trying to talk over me. I'm trying to give you some psychological shit that's going to help you later. Stop arguing. Listen to what I'm saying. Get it together. And let's act like a cohesive team. It starts right here. We're not doing this shit on the field this season. Please understand that. Thank you.
It's a new day, so this is refreshing, and I think it was good for the guys to hear a new voice in this thing. Really, really positive, really cool vibes. I want these guys to have fun and have a great experience, and we're going to document it every bit of the way. So we'll check in, let's get some highlights from this thing, and then we're on to what the next phase is. OTAs, I'm not sure how many OTAs we have. We're really just working on the next one, but we're every Wednesday here, 6 o'clock sharp. Is when we start, and from there we go from OTAs to training camp, and then we're going to have a big to-do over training camp, and then the season starts. So it should be awesome, man. Uptown vibes, absolutely.
Season tickets are now on sale. You can get them through one of our New York Patriot players, or you could wait till game day. You could buy them up front. The cost for a full set is $30.
To be honest, the first one, and there's going to be one more because we're going to win out. So we're going to have 4 home games. Let's get that together. So if you are a season ticket holder, just know that you will get that 4th home game for the playoffs included, I believe, if I'm correct. So definitely make sure you get that, because if you don't, then you're going to have to buy at the gate. And you're going to want to see us first round of playoffs when we're defending New York. So every game is going to be amazing because, again, we have a band. We have things that semi-pro does not have. So every game is going to be amazing, top to bottom, no matter what we're playing.
That includes the 3 regular season games, which includes the home opener, Nobles of the Smoke Bowl, and our Salute to Service game, and a IFA playoff home game if the Patriots qualify for that.
About the facility.
It's a beautiful facility. I played my high school football there with Cardinal Hayes. Great place to play, especially at night with the Crossneck Bridge in the background with the lights. I mean, it's going to be a great environment for the team and for everyone's families.
So it should be an awesome season at Reinhardt Field at the State University of New York Maritime College. New home field for the New York Patriots. Come check us out. Season ticket holder benefits include reserved seating, chair back, great sight lines to the field, and a bunch of other bonuses, including giveaways and special events, only available to season ticket holders. Thank you for supporting New York Patriots football.
Isn't that awesome? So, football is back. Wednesdays, 6 o'clock is when the New York Patriots football team practices as they get ready for the IFA season, the Independent Football Association, going into its 4th year. A lot of expansion this year, and the Patriots will take on some new teams this year and some familiar faces. They open up the season April 9th against very familiar foe, this time a conference and league foe as well in the New York Crusaders. Big shout out, much respect to the guys over in Brooklyn, Taiwan, Anthony and company. Should be an awesome time as South Shore High School is where the New York Patriots season will begin in what would be one of the closer games for the New York Patriots as they go and start playing home games this year in the IFA, which is really exciting. So let's turn the page a little bit. New York Patriots softball starting up this week as they are going Mondays at 6 o'clock. Melissa and Coach Estacio have a great start to this year already in the works, as before they even start with their OTAs, been instilling some things in terms of structure of the program, which should make for an exciting year. So we'll definitely be out there and covering their OTAs as they come up again every Monday during the course of January and February. We'll give you updates on that, give you some video, see who's back, see some new faces and familiar faces just alike, and let's check out what a great start that they had to last year. Let's check out a couple highlights from them.
Through this city and into these halls, all of these colors, all of this history, all right here, right now. And it is here that together, no matter what they put in front of us, we always fight on.
Next thing I want to talk about is Fordham University women's basketball. And this year it got off to such a great start as we were able to check out some of their games and even sit courtside for a few of them, as the Lady Rams were doing absolutely awesome. And then COVID protocols hit and we were unable to check them out. So although we've been away for a while, hopefully as the variants and stuff and the surge goes back down, we're able to go right back out to to the Rose Hill campus and to check out the Rams for a home game or two as their Atlantic 10 schedule starts to heat up. Got off to a slow start in the A10. They lost to LaSalle in a game that they held a 12-point lead, kind of gave it back or what have you. But, we'll get them back on the back end. Plus, you got the Atlantic 10 tourney coming up in February for a chance to get to the dance for more March Madness action. So we definitely want to check that out. We definitely want to be there for that. So let's check out some of the highlights, even though we weren't able to get there, from Fordham women's basketball.
Now let's follow the team on their recent trip to Virginia, where they defeated both George Mason and VCU. Here's a glimpse into what it's like to travel with Fordham women's basketball.
Sam Davis, Alex Wolves here with head coach Stephanie Gately. Coach, now removed a little bit from the LaSalle loss. Overall, just what's your impressions of that? What are you trying to learn from that game and carry into today?
I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned. I mean, it just, you have to be a tough team when things aren't going your way. I mean, we found out about Sarah and Eric before the game, so, it's hard to get a game plan, especially when you're going against a team that has 4 guards. So, and I think what happened too is that the foul trouble hurt us because then now kids are playing tentative. But what we really learned from a basketball standpoint was that fourth quarter, like the game's a 40-minute game, it's not a 30-minute game. And we let our offense dictate our defense, which is something we did early on in the season. And I told the kids, this is another great example of letting offense dictate the game.
And then talking about George Mason, a team you've had success against in the past, but trying to exceed their expectations in the preseason, what impresses you the most, or you think is the biggest challenge about them?
Again, I mean, we've played some really athletic teams. I mean, you don't get much more athletic than Baylor and Houston and the teams we played. So it's not as if it's not something we've seen. We just got to really come locked and loaded defensively.
Coach, just one more. If Fordham wins tonight, what's the key? How do we do?
Defense.
Jeremiah guarded by Suarez. She'll make her moves, tries to drive baseline, gets around Suarez, puts up the left-hand layup, and it's good. Here's DeWolf in the left arc for 3, and it's in. Anna DeWolf hands it off to Jonathan, swings it back out to DeWolf, gets it in. 3-pointer for Anna DeWolf, 20 points, make that 8 straight games. 5 in the shot clock. Dingle kicks it out to Downey for 3, and it's good. Caitlin Downey, 4 for 7 from behind the arc, and the Fordham Rams defeat the George Mason Patriots and earn their first A10 victory of the season, 73-64. Coach, overall, what did you think from that win? A little bit closer than you would have liked down the stretch there, but a win is a win nonetheless.
I think the kids did a great job. They're a very unselfish group, so I mean, I think that was proved by the 19 assists. So, like I said, it's a great group of kids, and I think getting that win under our belt will help them a great deal. We stepped up. Caitlin had a big game, 18 and 9. It's just it's in the right column, and we go down to VCU playing winning basketball.
Feeling of getting the first win, George Mason getting that conference win, the first one out of the way for you guys?
It felt like a great thing to have for our team. I think we really needed it, especially opening off on a loss in conference play, and I think it was a really good wake-up call for how good every team is in our conference and how much we need to be ready to compete in every matchup. It's really exciting to be on the road again just because it's a new atmosphere. It gives us a new challenge to look forward to. We're no longer at Rose Hill, so that means we have to be ready to step up and just be way more connected as a team, whether it's dinners or we're traveling to practice, whatever it might take. It just takes up a level of emphasis on everyone's part just to be more connected.
And the last one, what are you looking forward to against VCU?
Rematch. I think we've lost a couple of good ones to them in the past couple of years. About time that we get a win in our column, and especially on their court. I think it'll be a special one for us.
I've been challenging the kids. I mean, both fourth quarters, LaSalle and with George Mason, just a lot of points, 28 and 24. It's so uncharacteristic of us. I mean, part of that is we fell apart against the press a little bit and gave them some points on that, but defensively, I just think we really need to lock in and just put in. We said, listen, we get upset when we miss shots. I'm upset when you miss, drops or box outs. We need to put our emphasis on defense, not on offense. I just think, they're a very, very good team. But I think it's just, it's synonymous with this conference. It's such a tough schedule. I mean, there's no easy game. There's no game you look and say, all right, that should, there's none of them. It's going to be a war. Our kids will be ready because, the last time we were here, we lost, whether it was against VCU or whether it was against UMass in the tournament. Our kids were humbled by the LaSalle game, and nothing to take away from LaSalle because LaSalle was the better team. It's just, I think they just, were casual defensively, and it came back to bite us, and they realized that it's got to be a 40-minute effort.
Let's go. No matter what, every 50-50 ball is ours. Every single play is ours. Go out like Fordham basketball, get it done today. Work on three. 1, 2, 3.
She will run out the clock here in this one. The Fordham Rams with a huge victory on the road, 54-48 over VCU. They improved to 2-1 in conference play on the season.
Coach, just take us through the process from George Mason to VC, your takeaway from both games, what this has been like for you and the team.
It's a long road trip. I mean, fortunately we didn't have classes, so we were able to connect the road trip and put them together. But, when we came off a tough LaSalle loss, we kind of had to regroup on our identity with defense and saw some really good things against George Mason, things we needed to work on. Same thing with VCU. I thought the kids came out and had a terrific first 20 minutes and, an okay second 20 minutes. So the goal through these two games is to get us closer to playing a 40-minute game. I think it's a situation in which these two games definitely give us the confidence, especially because of the fact that we lost 5 out of the last 7 to VCU. And the last time we played them was a heartbreaking semifinal loss for them in the tournament. So I thought anytime you win on the road in a really tough conference, it's a great job. I'm super proud of the kids. We're working on a 4 out of 5 road trip. I mean, 2 away here and then 1 home and then 2 more away. So half our away games will be in the books. But I think we just got to go one day at a time and work to get better on Monday at practice.
Awesome. So one of the other things that we've been checking out as well is Mount Vernon, not football, but basketball. Coach Murray and the Junior Knights program, specifically, we've been helping out with the Lady Knights program, had their first game yesterday. Came up a little short, but they had absolute ton of fun. We will definitely check out, give you a couple of highlights of that, because why not? We're going to support everybody that's taking young people off the streets. And speaking of the Knights program in Mount Vernon in general, the gala, Let It Snow Gala, was a absolute awesome success, which it honored some of the youth programs in the Mount Vernon area, including the Razorbacks, Mount Vernon United football program, which is united with the Razorbacks and the Westchester Jets, along with the Junior Knights program and our very own people over at Ice Cold. We know them as Uptown Vibes, the drumline. Again, anything keeping kids off the street. So great job to those folks doing a service. So we were able to check that out as well. Had a great time. We got all dressed up and fresh and so clean, and it was an absolute great time. So, and a great fundraiser for youth activities and such. So that does it for this episode of Sports Center. Make sure you stay tuned to us. We're going to try to give you a new episode every 2 weeks or so while we're kind of like in the off season, and then kind of ramp it up as we see how this thing goes. But again, make sure you are supporting youth athletics wherever it is that you are. Anybody keeping young people off the streets and into positive things, we absolutely definitely want to give them recognition. So for another episode of Pioneer Sports Center, David Patterson, see you next time.